Hello, everybody. It's the Historical Gamer once again, and today we're returning to Civil War Generals 2, Grant, Lee, and Sherman, developed by Sierra Games back in the 1990s, and one of the all-time wargaming classics. This is part 3 of our look at the Battle of Harpers Ferry, the early Battle of Harpers Ferry. We were playing as the Grand Campaign as the Confederates. We have won Jackson's Valley campaign so far very decisively, and as a result, the game gave us the option to attack Harpers Ferry early and potentially avoid the 7 days battles by causing the Union to withdraw from the peninsula due to the panic if we win at Harpers Ferry. With that being said, the battle is not going great. The first turn, this is the third episode in the battle, the first episode went well. We captured over 2,000 enemy cavalry and several guns. The second phase, the enemy infantry came up, the enemy artillery unlimbered, and they have gone on the offensive. And things have not gone nearly as well. But that's enough of that. That's the situation right now. Let's go ahead and jump back into the episode and see where we pick things up.
At ease, man.
God damn it. My lines are such a freaking mess. And I've got so many troops tied down like, oh, we should finish this battery off, and then we should finish that battery off, and blah, 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 blah. Enemy surrendered. Okay. They've got a lot of artillery. You can see there's 2 more batteries they're moving up. I guess we'll move this cavalry this way, these guys this way. More artillery batteries? How many goddamn guns do they have? And all these troops are so exhausted, except for the cavalry. They're just like, hey, we're riding around on our horses.
At ease, man. At ease, man.
All right, these guns. Let's go for the 73rd Ohio. They're the most dangerous unit to our front. Admirable how these Yankees are just willing to eat shells.
At ease, man. At ease, man. At ease, man. At ease, man.
I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know how I'm supposed to defend against this. There's just too many frickin' men. And I just don't have enough. I need nightfall is what I need. I mean, we've forced a bunch of enemy units to surrender. Casualties, however, are strongly favoring them, excluding prisoners of war, which are strongly favoring us, but it hasn't been enough.
At ease, man.
Uh, 14th Indiana shouldn't be able to attack again, I don't think. Okay, 73rd. He's getting hit pretty hard too. Like, I guess I could try and move some of these units around. Alright, so we've got these guys surrounded, in theory. Can we overwhelm them and force them to surrender? No. Well, the 75th Ohio is wrecked. Maybe they won't be able to liberate it and get it broken out here, and we can finish them off next turn. Because the units surrounding them don't want to attack again. Alright. So we've got one regiment, Federal regiment surrounded. Might stay surrounded tomorrow. We'll see. Unless that artillery routs our regiment here surrounding it. Meanwhile, they're going to attack all along the line. Yeah, they routed a regiment there. Drove back more regiments there. Well, there you go. That was a pretty bad day for us. Or bad turn for us. Why is our morale so low? Everything is so... Like, we are forcing these guys to just fall apart. And yet they're just... Alright, at least we forced that enemy regiment to desert. We don't get them as prisoners of war, but... Is it because Jackson himself is so ready to, like, desert? I don't know. Like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do with troops like this. They all want to run for their frickin' lives. Like... What can we do? Can our artillery hit these guys hard? Nope, because our artillery apparently is too tired to actually do anything. The only saving grace is the enemy's not in super great shape either. All these troops want to do is nothing, apparently. And the enemy just has unlimited guns by the looks of it. The handful of healthy regiments we have are over here on the right, busy rounding up and causing enemy units to surrender. These guys are too tired. Man. All these batteries. How the hell do they have this much artillery? You'd think like, oh, you know, shit, there's enemy cavalry in our rear. Maybe we should not be super, you know, gung-ho about continuing to attack, but guess not. All right. Man. I mean, some of these troops haven't even been engaged in quite some time. Man. And some of them certainly have. Man. got those troops coming south at least. Let's see what happens. By midday, the Confederate Army was in such shambles it could do nothing, despite forcing over 5,000 enemy prisoners of war. And they're going to just murder our cavalry there. And they're routing our right flank. And they're driving back us on the left. Okay, then. Nope, you don't want to move. Okay, I get it. Like, their morale is red, and they have barely been engaged. You freaking assholes. God, I just want to freaking shoot them all for treason. What good are you guys? I guess maybe that's the lesson of not getting your generals engaged. That's got to be it, right? Like, that's the only sensical thing here. Yes, I want you to charge the goddamn guns. And go for Nathaniel Banks. Okay. Man, that artillery shot them the hell up. But hey, the victory points are ours.
At ease, no, man. Sir. At ease, man.
Everything is red, 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 red. We're losing the battle. And apparently these guys will attack despite really low morale. Their hands are in their head, or their hands are in whatever. All right, Jackson. Buck up, soldier. The real Jackson would never, never allow himself to be so upset. Whatever. Oversupply. They're going to just ravage our cavalry with artillery once more. The once fine cavalry. They're coming to pieces! Alright. Hey, Jackson. How about you retreat and get out of there and don't get yourself killed? Damn right the enemy's giving up their ground. I mean, the enemy's not in much better shape, to be frank. You wouldn't attack a beaten-up chicken coop, eh? We need nightfall, and it's only like 2 o'clock. None of my army is ready to do pretty much anything. My cavalry are willing to attack enemy guns. That's about it. Some of my cavalry is willing to attack enemy guns. Hey, we routed an enemy artillery battery. That's nice. Oh, whatever. Another woulda, coulda, shoulda, almost. None of my goddamn troops are brave. My troops suck. Da 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 da. These guns can't see anything from where they're at. Are these guys ready yet? Like, you've been resting all the frickin' day. Still not ready to do anything, eh? The enemy artillery is going to be the thing that frickin' decides this fight.
At ease, man. At ease, man.
My morale actually isn't that much lower than... It's got to be the general factor, because my morale is not actually much lower than it started the battle with. When we look at the actual casualties here, killed and wounded, we're over 1,100 now. The enemy is at around 990, as well as 400 deserted and 4,000 surrendered. So they're up over 5,300 men versus about 1,000 of our own. I guess that's the one saving grace, but we're still quite a few turns away. Goddamn artillery. The federal artillery is the story of this frickin' battle. That and my own troops' exhaustion. There's just so much of it. There's literally nothing you can do about it either. I mean, there's a second day fight. Any chance we can... Okay, let's... Well, the Pennsylvania boys are gonna do wonders on us down here. Try and shoot at them as best we can. Alright, so we have this 2nd New York surrounded. But none of my troops are up for an attack, probably. I'll try and charge them, but they won't. So we'll attack without charging. Try and attack them, but they won't. So we'll attack them without charging. Try and attack them without charging, but they won't. God damn it. Their morale is the one thing we can't break. Their unit health is disastrously bad.
At ease, man.
Be interesting to see if the enemy can liberate or get them... Not liberate, but get them out of this trap. 28th Georgia's morale's terrible. Just trying to make sure they can't break him out. If I can stop that. No.
At ease, man.
Right. Okay. So we can reroute these guys right away, so that's nice. One more enemy battery gone. But our artillery just needs the nightfall to be able to escape. Get the hell out of there. Trying to get my troops in the rear out of there. Attack banks! We've got one
At ease, man.
infantry regiment back there. One all the way back here. 8th Louisiana, after they were attacked by cavalry real early in the battle, just like, no, we're done. We're all good. There you go. 21st Virginia is reformed. Far from the front. We're going to pull Ewell out as best we can.
At ease, man. At ease, man.
I don't know. We're at 3 o'clock. They've just got so many guns they can keep routing and focusing on and really hurting us pretty bad with their guns. Their infantry's not in great shape, although better than ours, I think. Just look at all those goddamn guns. They just routed another cavalry regiment. I don't know how they continue to launch some of these successful attacks that they continue to launch either, by the way. That's a little bit confusing. All right, 2nd New York is surrounded. They're regulars, actually. Maybe that's why they're fighting so well. All right, we finally got these guys to surrender. Can any of these guys move over here? Not exactly where I wanted you to move. All right, so we've got the 73rd Ohio surrounded. Maybe we can cause them to desert by hitting with too much artillery? Nope. But we can probably prevent them from attacking again next turn? Well, even that's not a given, I guess. They probably can attack artillery if it's just artillery. Maybe not. I guess we'll find out. We might be able to get the 73rd destroyed next turn. Was nice that we forced another infantry regiment to surrender, though. They may be routing and inflicting horrendous casualties on us, but we're still managing to hurt them slowly over the course of this battle. They're up to 4,392 surrendered, 400 deserted, so that's 4,700 plus another 1,100 casualties. So up over 55, well, around 5,500 or 5,800 casualties to our 389 and 815. In terms of victory points, however, they are ahead. They're driving many of our units back, which give them a lot of victory points, although victory-controlled hexes still favor us. Like, a lot of these guys are not in good shape. You know, the 84th Pennsylvania, still there. All right, we just routed the 67th with artillery alone. 32nd Ohio. How is the defensive volley too much for the attackers? You guys are cowards, aren't you? Another time the defensive volley was too much? Seriously? Okay. Whatever you say there, sir. All right, maybe, just maybe, we can finish the 73rd Ohio off next turn. Maybe we'll get lucky and get the 3rd West Virginia. Just trying to get this formation out of here. We can probably reform them at night. I guess the question is, how many reinforcements will the Federals get? That's going to play a big part in how this thing shapes up. Hopefully nothing, because right now it feels like we're kind of screwed. Well, that's smart. You'll just march right in front of the 84th. Jackson's getting his morale in order. All right. Let's end the turn and see what happens. Artillery just routed that regiment. Continue to rush along the cavalry there. You know what? You want to keep using your gun. And there goes Ewell. You want to keep using your guns against already routed troops. I'm 100% on board with that. Right, so they're helping form a skedaddle. Okay. All right, so the 3rd West Virginia is surrounded. Do we have anything that's actually in shape to attack it, though? Probably not. Literally nothing. Good to know. We can't even attack this guy over here. It's the only thing we can do. Even the artillery doesn't want to attack. No one wants to fight. 73rd Ohio, we'll hit them with artillery. These fuckers are surrounded. Do your goddamn jobs.
At ease, man. At ease, man.
I mean, maybe they'll be ready to attack after a turn off. I don't know. Kind of beside myself at the moment. Only saving grace for us is that most. I reiterate, most. Federals are not much better off in terms of morale.
At ease, man. At ease, man.
Can we rally these horsemen? No. Jackson's morale is at least getting up. Maybe he can stem the tide here. I really think those routing units, though, do a wonder on victory points. I don't know if the end matters as just the victory points or if casualties factor into all that. I'm not really sure how that works. Keep shooting that cavalry. Thank you. Just keep shooting. The more time you waste on routed troops, the better. All right, so looks like Richard Ewell is about to unceremoniously flee. Can we rally him? Yes, we can. All right. That would have been a shame if a division commander had run from the field. Okay, so we've got these guys surrounded. The 3rd West Virginia is surrounded. None of my troops want to attack it. None of my troops will attack him.
At ease, man. At ease, man.
Oh, boy.
At ease, man. At ease,
I got a
man.
couple of attacks in, but not enough to finish him off. '84th Pennsylvania's eaten a lot of artillery, though. All right, so we have the 32nd Ohio surrounded. The problem is their morale is probably too high. We can probably only attack them with the one unit. Can we charge them? No. Well, we'll attack them anyway. Nope, they're not going to surrender. The Union morale must be so much higher than ours right now. that it's just giving them bonuses to everything at the moment. You can see their morale on these units that are in disastrously bad shape is so good. You wouldn't attack a chicken coop? Oh. They're literally just sitting there. All right, so we just finished off that enemy unit. So again, we're whittling them down. I don't know if desertion gives us a lot in the way of weapons cost captured, but in the end of any event, they're almost up to 1,000 troops deserted. And actually, that just gave us a big boost of victory points there, so that's good. Can we get these guys to desert, maybe?
At ease, man.
All right, so yeah, what is it? It's 4:30 in the afternoon.
At ease, man.
Some of my troops that have been sitting out here for a
At ease,
while are
man.
in pretty good shape, minus their morale is still in the
At ease,
toilet.
man.
But the Union is really scattered at the moment. Might present an interesting opportunity should we could like have the ability to rally any of our troops. Try and rally them. They're going to get attacked again next turn. I'm not going to try and rally them. All right. Most of our cavalry, I think, is into safe positions here. The enemy wants to keep shooting their artillery at troops who are already running. I'm 100% okay with that. So we still have, I guess, 2/1/2. Looks like we still have 2 enemy regiments that are surrounded. The 3rd West Virginia, a couple others. Victory points actually still slightly favor the Union. Let's try and pound these guys. Either they'll desert, or we'll attack them and force them to surrender. I would much rather force them to surrender, and we just did. Huzzah, another regiment gone, more prisoners of war, more weapons cost captured. It's up to 4,700 enemy prisoners. I don't know why that doesn't give me more victory points, though. I don't understand that. Should give me more morale, too, you would think. Alright, so now this unit is surrounded. Can we force these guys to desert, maybe? The morale is pretty high. It's in yellow, but it's pretty high up there, you can see. You want to get their hands in their head. Or their head in their hands. We've almost got them there. Doesn't look like any of my other guns can reach them. That was a good attack there. We need one more, probably. But alas, we lack the troops who are able to deliver the assault. And these guys are out of ammo. So instead of finishing the job, we'll have to wait one more turn and hope that we can keep the pressure up. All right, everybody, and that's going to do it for part number 3 of our look at the fictional Battle of Harpers Ferry. The battle isn't going as well as I would hope. We've forced quite a few enemy troops to surrender. We've lost quite a few of our own, and the battle's a bit of a disorganized mess at this point in time. And really, the question is whose morale is going to hold the longest, and I'm not sure it's going to be me, but we'll find that out next time around. Until next time, however, the Historical Gamer once again saying thank you very much for watching. Hope you guys are continuing to enjoy the series, and until next time, I'm out.